All right, short video today, exciting. We're doing, this is the first time we've had an LED actually go out. This van has had LEDs in it for about 4 years, and one of them went out for one reason or another, I don't know why. But this is the poor man's, cheap man's, do-it-yourself LED upgrade. This is a pair of LEDs that come from Summit Racing. They're $36 for the pair of them. Can't get much cheaper than that. And the way it gets installed in here is pretty simple. I'm gonna take this one out and put the new one in and show you how to make this piece of wire, how that works. You shall see. You will be excited.
That piece fell off and hit some chick in the head.
Ah, so this is what this looks like when it comes out of the kit. You put the little, you can see that the little, this part here goes on, slides over, little rubber thing. And I've removed the old one and that's gonna go in there, and you'll see how I secure it in there here in a second. I won't be able to show you all at once, but you'll see. All right, I should mention that I would never do this to a customer vehicle, because this is, what I'm gonna do is quite half-assed. I mean, it'll work fine, but what I would do is use a more expensive LED kit that was designed so that the LED went in there like it's supposed to, you know, like it normally does and is retained normally. But that's how that fits in there, and here we go. Okay, you're gonna see me do this with a piece of mechanics wire, just regular, it doesn't really matter what it is. A coat hanger is probably too thick, and I can use this as a pointer. What I'm gonna do, I may be able to use this as a pointer. What I'm gonna do is loop around this stanchion, or standoff. Is it gonna focus? You can't really see, but that little black plastic going to the white thing, that's one place to grab one end of the wire to loop it around, and this stanchion is to grab the other, and it'll go across the top there. You should now see that done through the miracle of video. Okay, hopefully you see what I've done here. I have put one side of the wire and wrapped it and tied it around that stanchion, and I've put the other side of the wire and wrapped it around that stanchion, and I've given it a pretty good amount of slack. And now you're gonna see how I make that tight so it can't come out. All right, the technique for doing this looks like this. I actually learned this from a jewelry maker. What you're to do get it where you want it, and start spinning this. And what it'll do is it'll tighten itself in. As you keep spinning it, it'll get smaller and smaller, and eventually you can use it to set a tension exactly where you want it, and you can set the position exactly where you want it. You get a feel for it. All right, I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but you'll see it when it's done. Okay, right. Here you can see what the basic, get right in there. The basic idea of what's going on there. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but you'll be able to tension that, and you'll be able to steer it a little bit too. And at a certain point, that won't let that move anymore. You get the idea. All right, kids, that's the final product. You can see it's quite firmly in there, and you play around with it, you'll get it. The last thing to know is that this, which is that's the output or the input, that's the plug for the bulb itself, and it goes into this socket. But because this is an LED, it only works in one direction. So what you're gonna wanna do is test it before you put it all back together so you can flip this around. And one of the things that these things do, I may go in there with a little stuff and tension those pins a little tighter so it can't fall out. You could also wrap wire around it this way just to keep the plug from falling out. And you can bend these plugs out a little bit to make it tense in the socket there. But again, not rocket science. There's your $40 LED upgrade. Who wouldn't be excited about such a thing? All right. Uncle John.